Tales of time travel have always captivated mankind, but few are as intriguing as the story of Flight 914, a plane that left New York for Miami and, according to some accounts, landed unexpectedly in Caracas, Venezuela, 37 years after its disappearance. What was supposed to be a routine 3-hour flight turned into one of aviation's greatest mysteries. The story begins in 1955, when Pan American Airways Flight 914 took off for Miami. Mysteriously, the plane disappeared without a trace. To everyone's surprise, in 1992, a Venezuelan flight controller named Manuel Cortez reported seeing the plane in Caracas. After a brief communication with the pilot, the plane disappeared again, leaving everyone perplexed. The disappearance of Flight 914 on July 2, 1955, Flight 914 departed John F. Kennedy Airport with 57 passengers and 4 crew members on board. The weather was favorable and no problems were reported during takeoff. The plane was scheduled to arrive in Miami in about 3 hours. However, halfway through the flight, it disappeared from radar, and exhaustive searches in the Atlantic failed to locate it. Eventually, authorities concluded that the flight had been lost, possibly in an accident, and the families of the passengers received compensation. For years, the case was shelved as just another tragic aviation mystery. But on September 9, 1992, something incredible happened. An old plane, identified as Flight 914, unexpectedly appeared on the radar at the Caracas airport. Manuel Cortez, the air traffic controller on duty, observed the phenomenon with astonishment. What caught his attention was that the aircraft model was a McDonnell Douglas District of Columbia 4, a type of aircraft that was no longer in use. Upon contacting the pilot, he was informed that his flight was scheduled to land in Miami on July 2, 1955. Cortez, shocked, informed the pilot that he was in Caracas and that the date was 1992, which caused confusion and refusal on the part of the pilot. Without waiting any longer, the plane landed briefly at the Venezuelan airport, but in a few minutes it took off again, disappearing again without a trace. Between reality and legend, the story of Flight 914 has been the source of numerous theories and speculations over the years. Some believe that the plane went through a time portal or was the victim of some unexplained phenomenon in space-time. Others maintain that it is simply an urban legend, fueled by the desire to understand the unexplained. This story has served as inspiration for several fictions. For example, the television series, Manifesto, narrates the experiences of passengers on a flight that mysteriously disappears and reappears years later, although in this case the series takes other creative elements to develop its plot. A mystery that persists to this day. There is no conclusive evidence to support the veracity of the story of Flight 914, but it remains a fascinating and thought-provoking tale. How is it possible for a plane to disappear for 37 years and then reappear only to disappear again? Is it possible that we are dealing with a real case of time travel, or is it simply a well-told legend? The mystery of Flight 914 has left an indelible mark on the collective imagination, challenging our understanding of reality and time. In the end, what remains is a compelling story that reminds us that, in the vast world of the unknown, there are still unsolved enigmas. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the little bell so you don't miss our next mysteries. See you in the next enigma.